Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sacred Season Healing. Today's reading is focused on the Third Eye Chakra, our center of intuition, inner wisdom, clarity, spiritual insight, perception, and the ability to trust ourselves. When the chakra is balanced, we tend to see situations clearly, trust our intuition, recognize truth beneath the surface, and feel connected to our inner guidance. But when it's blocked, we may second guess ourselves, overthink everything. We could feel confused about our path or ignore our intuition, or even struggle to distinguish fear from inner knowing. As always, this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If this message finds you at the right time, trust that there may be something here your soul is ready to hear. So take a slow, deep breath. Set the intentions to receive whatever guidance Spirit has for you today. And let's begin, okay? So the first question I want to ask Spirit, what is the current energetic blockage affecting the collective's third eye chakra? Please show us clearly. Thank you, Spirit. What is the current thank you, 10 of Pentacles. Is there anything else, Spirit? Current energetic blockage. Okay, the Strength card. Oh, there's something else under it. Oh, Strength and 3 of Swords. Okay. All right, anything else affecting the collective's third eye chakra, Spirit? Okay, thank you. We're getting quite a few today. Okay, and the 3 of Wands. Okay. Next, I'd like to ask Spirit, what is the deeper root cause or lesson contributing to this blockage? What is the deeper root cause or lesson contributing to this blockage, Spirit? Please show us clearly. Thank you. The deeper root cause or lesson contributing to this blockage. Thank you. We got the Fool card. Okay. Okay. And then finally, for this first half of the reading, I'd like to ask Spirit, what healing energy, perspective, or truth is ready to help awaken and strengthen the third eye chakra? Please show us clearly, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. The Devil came out. Okay. The Page of Cups. And the Empress. Let's see if there's anything else. What healing energy, perspective, or truth is ready to help awaken and strengthen the third eye chakra, Spirit? Is there anything else? Oh my goodness. It's quite a bit there. Okay, we're getting a book today. We're getting a book today, guys. Okay. Yeah, that is so many. And we already have 3. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it back. I'm going to shuffle again, and I'll ask the question again and see if Spirit has anything else he wants to add. We already have the Devil, the Page of Cups, and the Empress. So let's see what's going on here. Spirit, is there anything else you want to add? What healing energy, perspective, or truth is ready to help awaken and strengthen the third eye chakra? Oh my gosh, we got just about the same. So I think Spirit is saying, I meant what I said. Okay, now take the cards. Okay. We will do that, Spirit. We're listening. Okay. All right, so we have the 4 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. Okay, quite a bit here. So Let's start from the beginning, the blockage, okay? So, if we look here at what the root cause is, so far, what I think Spirit is showing us is that many of us may be approaching communication very cautiously right now. The Knight of Pentacles isn't someone who rushes into conversations or blurts out their feelings. This energy pauses, observes, and takes one careful step at a time. You may have something you want to say, but you're choosing your words very carefully. Okay, that's what this says to me. And as we look at the deeper lesson, or reason, not lesson, but reason for the blockage, we see the Ace of Cups, and this tells me there's something emotionally meaningful at stake. Okay, so for many of you, this could be a new relationship, the possibility of love, emotional healing, or simply opening your heart again after everything you've been through. Okay, because this new beginning matters so much, you're afraid of saying the wrong thing or moving too quickly, or somehow jeopardizing what's beginning to grow. Okay, now Spirit then expands the message for us with several cards. There were quite a bit that came out. Let's start with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords shows us that much of the hesitation isn't actually coming from the present moment. It's coming from old fears and old stories that are still playing in the mind. Swords are all about your mental thoughts, okay? And then the Six of Cups suggests that past experiences, memories, or previous relationships even may still be influencing how you're communicating today. Okay, so some of you may even find yourselves expecting this new connection to unfold the same way the last one did. But Spirit immediately shifts the energy with the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups. Okay, instead of carrying those old fears forward, you're being encouraged here to simply enjoy getting to know this person. Okay, laugh together, build friendship, allow the connection to develop naturally without putting unnecessary pressure on it. Okay, and then finally with the Two of Pentacles, this reminds us to stay balanced. Balance your heart with your mind is basically what I think Spirit is saying here. Okay, balance also speaking your truth with allowing the relationship room to breathe. Okay, just find that happy medium there. Not every conversation has to happen all at once. Keep that in mind, okay? So healthy communication unfolds over time. You'll know when the right time is to, speak your truth or whatever's on your mind or your heart. You can figure that out, I'm sure. So just try to, enjoy the connection, the new connection. Try not to bring the past into it or fear that this new connection is going to play out just like the last one did. And just enjoy yourself and enjoy the person, okay? And get to know them, okay? And use your discernment, of course, right? Okay, so I think overall message is this. Yes, move thoughtfully, but don't let fear from the past silence your authentic voice, okay? Just let this new connection reveal itself, one conversation at a time. And trust that honesty and balance will create a much stronger foundation than overthinking ever could, okay? So the progression moves slowly because something previous, I don't know what I'm saying, because something precious is what I meant to say, is beginning, and fear could interrupt it, but it comes from the past, okay? So try not to let that happen, and focus on relaxing, enjoying, and letting friendship and connection develop over time, okay? Just find that emotional balance. Okay, so caution is wise, fear is not. Okay? I think that's pretty simple. And just remember, there's a difference between moving slowly because you're honoring yourself and moving slowly because you're afraid. Those are two different things. So again, Spirit's encouraging you to choose your wisdom over fear. Okay? All right. So before we move into the next part of the reading, I want you to take a moment to reflect on how this message may be showing up in your own life. Perhaps you've been holding back your truth because you're afraid of repeating the past. Maybe you're learning to trust again after heartbreak, or you're finding your voice in a relationship that's just beginning. Okay? Whatever your situation is, remember that healing often happens one honest conversation at a time. Okay? So a few journal prompts that you may want to reflect on after today's reading are: where in my life am I holding back my authentic voice because of past experiences? Am I communicating from my present reality or from fears created by my past? What truth have I been afraid to express, and what would it feel like to speak it with love and confidence? How can I balance being cautious while still allowing new connections to develop naturally? And what would trusting myself sound and feel like in my communication? Okay, so if these messages are resonating with you and you're enjoying these chakra healing readings, I'd love to invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future readings. Okay, my hope is that these messages not only provide spiritual guidance, but also encourage healing, self-awareness, and personal growth as we continue this journey together. Okay, so now let's see what Spirit would like us to explore next. Okay, so let's, the Four of Wands already flipped over. We'll leave that off to the side. So what I'd like to ask Spirit is, what truth is the collective's throat chakra ready to express now that it's beginning to heal? What truth is the collective's throat chakra ready to express now that it's beginning to heal? Show us clearly, please, Spirit. Thank you. What truth is the collective's throat chakra ready to express now that it's beginning to heal? Thank you. We have the Seven of Wands, the Fool, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, let's go through the rest of the deck. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, let's ask, what is the most important message that you have for us, Spirit, or that you want the collective to remember about their communication and self-expression at this time? Please show us clearly. The most important message, Spirit, that you want the collective to remember about their communication and self-expression at this time. Okay. What is the most important message, Spirit, that you want the collective to remember about their communication and self-expression at this time? Thank you, Spirit. The Nine of Cups came out. Is there anything else? Okay. And lastly, I'd like to ask Spirit, what outcome or energy becomes possible as the collective continues healing and speaking their authentic truth? Okay. Spirit, what outcome or energy becomes possible as the collective continues healing and speaking their authentic truth? Thank you. Anything else, Spirit? So 10 of Wands. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at this now. Okay, so looking at the cards again, I believe that healing begins with the Hierophant, the Sun, and the Emperor here. And just looking at the whole table now of what came out, it's like the healing isn't about getting the old relationship back. It's about becoming the version of yourself that naturally chooses healthier relationships going forward. Okay? But looking at this first part here, the Hierophant, the Sun, and the Emperor, the Hierophant asks the collective to become very clear about their values, what kind of relationship truly aligns with your heart, what standards are no longer negotiable to you. Okay? And then the Sun brings clarity. After moving through the uncertainty of the moon at the beginning of the reading, it's almost as if the clouds begin to part. And so maybe you start seeing the situation and yourselves with greater honesty and optimism, you know? And then finally, the Emperor reminds us that we can reclaim our personal power, okay? Rather than chasing love or settling for less than you deserve, you're encouraged to create stability within yourself and choose relationships that reflect the respect, the consistency, and the commitment that you're truly seeking, okay? So again, I mean, I think between the moon and the sun, the moon is confusion, hidden emotions, uncertainty, but it moves into the sun, this reading does. So it's showing you, again, a healing arc, okay? And the sun is all about clarity, truth, and confidence, okay? So I think Spirit is literally showing the movement from emotional confusion into emotional clarity, okay? Then the steps that we can take, okay, in healing. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize the 8 of Cups was under there, okay? So the 9 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups came out. So let's start with the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles, to me, says create a life that already feels full, okay? It doesn't say you'll always be alone. It says become someone who knows they are already whole, okay? So when someone reaches that energy, the 8 of Cups becomes easier, okay? 8 of Cups is all about walking away, you know? And so once you create that life that you so desire, it just becomes easier to walk away from anything that no longer serves you, right? Or no longer feels like you're losing something. It becomes much easier to walk away then, okay, is what I'm trying to say here. So it feels like honoring yourself, and I think that's a really important distinction here, okay? So you're not walking away because you failed. Please remember that. You're walking away because you finally recognize that you deserve emotional fulfillment, okay? Then the transformation here of what, if we do take this advice, what could play out in our lives from it is the King of Swords, the Magician, and the 3 of Swords, okay? So the King of Swords isn't closing off your heart. It's just that he's leading with wisdom instead of wounds, okay? And that's a huge difference, right? And the 3 of Swords, it hasn't disappeared from the reading. Heartbreak is still acknowledged, but it no longer has the final say, okay? Instead, the Magician here that sits between the two, the King of Swords and the 3 of Swords, it's almost like a bridge of how to get there, okay? So to me, that says you now have everything you need to transform the pain, okay, into wisdom, all right? And so the heartbreak then becomes part of your foundation instead of your identity. And I also love the fact that, Spirit is basically showing us, don't close your heart. Just strengthen your discernment, okay? So take the lessons that you learned and make sure that you apply them when, making a decision moving forward, okay? And that to me is pretty much the entire message here today. The goal isn't to become guarded, the goal is to become wiser, okay? So when you step back and look at all of the questions we ask Spirit, it's beautiful, and it's a beautiful progression, okay? The moon reveals hidden emotions that still need to be acknowledged. The Four of Cups in the world show that the pain comes from grieving a chapter that has already ended. The Six of Wands, Five of Cups, and Seven of Pentacles reveals someone who appears to be moving forward, but still revisits the past emotionally, okay? Probably mentally as well. And then the Hierophant, the Sun, and Emperor, it encourages us to redefine what healthy love truly looks like and reclaim our sense of self-worth, okay? Then we move into the Nine of Pentacles and Eight of Cups, which reminds us that emotional fulfillment begins by creating a life that you love and having the courage to leave behind what no longer aligns with you, okay? And then finally, the King of Swords, Magician, and the Three of Swords shows that the ultimate healing isn't avoiding love, it's carrying the wisdom from past heartbreak into future relationships so you can choose differently. We can choose differently, okay? All right. So, your heart isn't being asked to become harder, it's being asked to become wiser, okay? All right. So, let's see. Let's move into now. Yeah, I think we're ready to move into some tools that you may want to use on your healing journey, okay? So just remember, today's message reminds us that healing the heart isn't about pretending we're over the past or forcing ourselves to move on before we're ready. It's about honoring our emotions, allowing ourselves to grieve what has ended, and then choosing to move forward with greater wisdom instead of greater fear, okay? Spirit reminds us that energy, where'd that come from? That every experience has taught us something valuable, okay? So as we reconnect with our own worth, we become clear about the kind of love that truly aligns with our values, and we trust ourselves again to make healthier choices, and our heart begins to open naturally then, okay? So, let's look at a few tools now. If you need to pause the video, I'll begin with some affirmations. Then I'll move into some sound healing, if you like to listen to sound healing music. Then some body movements that you can try to open up the heart chakra, essential oils you might like, and crystals, okay? All right, so the first affirmation is, I release the past with love and gratitude. My heart is open to giving and receiving healthy love. I trust myself to choose relationships that honor my worth. I forgive what I cannot change and embrace what lies ahead. My heart grows stronger through love, wisdom, and compassion. Okay, some sound healing. You might want to spend a few minutes listening to 639 hertz. This frequency is commonly associated with the heart chakra. And as you listen, imagine a soft green light expanding from the center of your chest, just gently dissolving any heaviness and replacing it with peace, compassion, and unconditional love, okay? So body movements you might want to try. It's heart-opening yoga poses. So it's cobra pose, camel pose, bridge pose, or supported fish pose. Excuse me. So even taking a mindful walk outdoors while focusing on deep, steady breaths can help release emotional tension that you're holding in your heart space, okay? Some essential oils that you might want to either sniff out of the bottle when you're meditating, put a little on your wrist, put it in a essential oil diffuser, are rose, geranium, jasmine, bergamot, and lavender. Then crystals, rose quartz, green aventurine, aventurine, rhodonite, emerald, and green jade. Okay, you can hold one during meditation. Keep it nearby as a reminder to lead both with love and wisdom. Okay, so in closing, I hope today's reading brought you clarity, encouragement, and a reminder that your heart is never meant to stay closed after disappointment. Healing doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means allowing the lessons to shape you without allowing the pain to redefine you. Okay? Or define you. So, if today's reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please consider liking this video and subscribing to join us for our daily chakra healing readings. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, trust your journey, and remember that every season of healing is leading you closer to the life and love that's truly meant for you. Okay? Take care, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.